Women are learning the hard way as men completely check out of the dating market. I got a banger from men only. Let's get straight into it.
I just had the craziest encounter with a man, and I'm starting to think that my dating life is literally cursed. So I matched with a guy on Hinge like 2 weeks ago, and he asked me to hang out, and I was super busy. I was going out of town, so I was like, yeah, I'm just really busy this week, whatever. We like don't text. He texted me today, and he's like, hey, how you been? I'm like, good. And then he asked me to hang out. And I said that I was busy tonight. I was not busy tonight, but I just didn't want to do anything tonight. And so I said, but tomorrow could work. So he's like, okay, bet, let's get drinks tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then maybe an hour goes by after I confirm these plans, and he starts following me on Instagram. I'm like, okay, I follow him back because we're going on a date tomorrow. That's not that weird to me, whatever. The second that I follow him back, he DMs me and he's like, how you been? And I'm like, LOL, I see you found my Instagram. Because he already asked me how I've been today. I already said that. And he goes, yeah, I'm trying to get your number so I can see you. And at this point, I'm like, this has to be a joke. Like, this has to be a joke. I go on his Hinge, I make sure that this is the right person. The same person that I've been talking to all day and had plans with tomorrow. And it's literally the same person. So I text him back, I'm like, this has to be a joke, right? And he goes, LOL, what do you mean? I'm like, you've been texting me all day. This man found my Instagram on my Raya, goes on my Instagram, and doesn't even realize I'm the same person, even though the picture—
You got a Raya, Hinge, and IG. What I don't think these women realize is that she's just admitting that she's on all these dating apps, probably getting some spinach realignage, and she doesn't realize how bad it is. And then what cracks me up as well is she's getting pursued. That's what you got. That's what you ladies want, right? But as soon as she's getting pursued, she's like, it's almost too much. I don't want to get pursued that much. Too much pursuage.
Pictures on both accounts are exactly the same. Needless to say, he had no excuses, and he still wanted me to get drinks with him. I was like,
of course he did. He's shooting his shot like Devin Booker.
You can't recover from that, bud. Just accept defeat.
Here's the thing.
I mean, good on him for at least shooting his shot, but at the same time, you got to know, you got to keep your ducks in a row, bruv. When I was back in my day, when I was dating around doing the college thing, you know, I'd have nicknames for every broad just so I knew what was going on. And you got to keep those. You got to keep everything in one place. I always kept everything on a text message. But back in my day, we didn't have Instagram and InstaChat and Snapgram and the Face Chat, and we didn't have none of them dadgum social medias. We had text messaging. That was pretty much it. People weren't DMing on IG. People weren't DMing. Dude, I'm so old. I remember when you could poke somebody on Facebook. Can't do that no more. Put a one in the chat if you remember that. You guys remember that? Being able to poke somebody? Poke. It was such a dumb thing. I never got that, but yeah, dude, poking on Facebook. But you got to keep up with that, man. You got to keep your roster going, because I'd float maybe 5 to 7 girls in college, talk to a lot of them. Because my philosophy is if I want to be able to attract the woman that I eventually want, which was Cass, I need to be really good at the game, and I need to understand the way women talk, act, and move around. I need to know what's going on. I need to be good at this, so that way when I do find a girl I really want, I can nab her. Because in my philosophy, I still think it's the man that should pursue and the woman that should be pursued. I just think that's how it is. Men, biologically, we're hunters. Ladies, they're gatherers. Like they want to scavenge and gather. It's our job to be the predators as men and go out and hunt these women. Some guys don't like that, though. I got a couple buddies that they're like, no, I want to be pursued. I'm like, cool. I've never seen a guy, though, be pursued by a woman that's better looking than him. So here's the thing. Here's the rule. If you want to be pursued, you're going to have to lower your physical standards of what you want in a woman. If you want to pursue, you can get a woman hotter than you. Chat, put one in the chat if you agree. But I don't think women that are typically pretty beautiful or gorgeous are doing a lot of pursuing. And if they are doing a lot of pursuing, then you got lay of the land, and you could probably go get whatever you want. But for the regular average guy, if a woman's pursuing you, more than likely she sees you as better looking than her. Whereas men, if you're pursuing a woman, you see her as better looking than you. But chat, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Do you agree with that?
Cute girl, and you meet a guy, and he seems like he's nice.
Caption says, this man does not want to be your friend. He wants you to sit on him.
Like he just wants to be your friend. He does not want to be your friend. He does not want to be your friend. He wants you to sit on his face. And it's so true because
I'm gonna keep it at that. Wow, I never got the sitting on the face because I'm like, I typically like to breathe. But different strokes for different folks, brother man.
I was scrolling on TikTok and Kevin Brown, I'll tag him because on his Instagram I follow him and his name is like Kevin White, so I'm not sure what his real last name is, but he was saying like
Kevin Black.
A man that approaches you and you're a cute girl, if he asks you for your number, your Instagram, he does not want to be just friends with you. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, every male friend...
Is she serious?
Stupid.
Duh. Us as men, if we want friends, we go talk to other guys. If we're talking to women, we want to fornicate with you.
I've ever had has tried something with me. Like, whether, you know, he was sober, whether he was drunk, maybe down the road they professed their love for you even. That's happened to me maybe 2 or 3 times. And I'm just like, God dang. I have one male friend. And even then, I know that
Stop the cap.
he would totally fuck me. Like, I know that he would.
Yeah, exactly. Like, these are the on-deck dudes. They're sitting in the dugout, wait till they can dig in. Buddy boy.
But I would never cross that line with him because I love him too much. Like, I know that doesn't make any sense, but...
If you love him so much, you should buck him.
He's one of the only men that really understands me, and I'm not willing to
I
lose
love
that.
it. I love
He's
it.
gonna have to break up with me. He's gonna have to, because I can't wait for the day that maybe he gets married and then I become best friends with his wife. Because I'm not losing my, I deserve to have one male platonic friend. Like, God damn it. Like, but.
None of us deserve anything. The life owes you the universe owes you no understanding.
But other than that, every man has tried something with me. And it doesn't even matter the circumstance under which you meet a man, because even if you meet a man like at a networking event or like a tech event or something in your field, it doesn't matter.
Ladies, do you not realize that we are flooded in our system with testosterone? And that we produce hundreds of millions of sperm every single month, and it's our job biologically to spread seed. And you're surprised that men are like, he wants me romantically? He wants to have coitus? What? Yeah, it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. What are you even talking about?
Stupid.
Maybe like 2 years ago, I met this guy at like a business event at South by Southwest, which is a conference here. The man, we just talked about his business, very nice, lighthearted conversation. Connect on LinkedIn. Tell me how eventually the man sends me a whole novel in LinkedIn messages describing me like I was a Disney princess, just the way that he was describing my beauty and my aura and my personality and telling me how much he wanted to get to know me and where he would take me and all this. And I was just like, this is my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. And you're sending me multiple paragraphs. And my friends were like, oh, that's so sweet, blah, blah, blah.
They see it as creepy. You be sweet like that, they see it as creepy, bro.
I would have never expected this. All we talked about was your business. And for you to send me this whole thing, I was shocked by that. And I was just like, nobody's safe.
Dude, this is why I always say, like, if you're talking to a chick for the first time, be as forward as possible. Be as blunt as you can. Like, hey, you're hot. I think you're fine. Like, get it out the way. Because the last thing you should do is try to do a bait and switch. This is something in sales. Bree might know about this. But a bait and switch is basically where you lead with something that's deceiving, which is something that is not actually your true pursuit. So a typical bait and switch with a woman would be like, yeah, let's talk about your business. Yeah, baby girl, tell me about your business. Like, what's going on with that? Oh, that's really cool. Like, yeah, that's a really cool business. Yeah. You could do a lot with that. Get a lot of ROI, like whatever, business jargon. And then do what he did and get on LinkedIn and try to flip the script and write a Disney novel of professing your love to her. Don't do the bait and switch. Be upfront from the jump. That way that woman knows your exact intentions. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan and 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Can we get some, potentially, I'm not saying we have to, but potentially could we get some freeze in the chat? Is that something you guys would be cool with? Like, would you be down to put some of those in the chaticus for me and Locaticus? Loki, free? He's a seepy boy this morning. Went on a walk, ran a little bit. He's feeling the vibulars. Let's get back into this.
Hot take, but if you're a hot girl and you date an ugly man, you're...
Wait, no. Please tell me you don't think you're a hot girl looking like Sid from Ice Age.
Shots fired!
anti-woman, because what you don't realize is you are raising the stock of that man because he was with you, and inevitably you're gonna break up because men will men. Then he's gonna be on the market. He's gonna post pictures of you on his dating app so people are like, damn, that's his ex, she's so pretty. He must have really beautiful insides and be a wonderful person to get such a baddie. And you know what,
I will say there is some truth to this, where when other women see you with a hot chick, they immediately raise your value. But then at the end, dude, at the end of the day, God, I hate when people say at the end of the day, and I do this too. You got to realize that in a relationship, you got to choose to be, you're the cute one, or you're the hot one, or the not hot one. And in my instance, Cass is the hot one. I'm the not hot one. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm per se beat. I'm a 6 at best. On my best of days, a 6. I just don't have the face card of, you know, David Beckham in his prime, or Brad Pitt in his prime. Even though I get mistaken for Brad Pitt all the time.
Not the cap.
But you got to pick. Are you going to be the hot one or the not hot one? A lot of ladies want to be the hot one. That means you're going to have to get a guy that's below your physical standards. But then a lot of women are like, but I want a guy that looks really good too. I want him to be 6 foot tall, 6 pack, 6 inches, 6 figures. Well, if you want him, if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shibanaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. So you got to pick. Do you want to be the hot one or not hot one? Chat, do you agree with that philosophy?
what? It's not true, because I think we've seen all these dudes are the same. Okay, these movies lied. Beauty and the Beast lied. Gaston and the Beast, both very questionable choices, okay? Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think we saw he just wanted to bang Esmeralda.
Imagine comparing reality to a Disney movie.
Stupid.
So as a single girly on the market, I am begging all you hot girls, please stop dating ugly men. They do not deserve you. I have gone on friend dates with so many beautiful
Single women keep women. This is the face, the billboard poster of single women keep women single.
Single girls, and I'm like, she is such a catch, and she can't get a guy because these guys have inflated egos because of all of you hotties raising their stock when they don't deserve it. Are you
This is what's so funny to me, is these women don't realize that your looks aren't everything that matters. This is why I say your appearance is what gets our attention, your personality is what keeps our attention, and your character is what makes us fall in love with you. Lady, what if these women are lacking 2/3 of this equation? They have no personality and they have no character. Then yeah, she should have to stoop down and date a guy that's maybe not as physically or aesthetically pleasing or attractive as her, because she's lacking 2/3 of what really makes her attractive as a woman.
Investing in worthless securities. Diversify your portfolio. Get a baddie guy. Not believing what they say. Nice guys
Get a baddie guy, you mean get more pin?
finish last. No, because they're not nice.
Here's the thing.
Lord have mercy. This poor girl, so lost, so lost. Goodness gracious. You know, I'd like to feel bad for these women, but they make their own bed, so they got to sleep in it. You know what I mean? It's like, ladies, if you really asked men what they wanted, they would tell you. And I've been on this channel. We've had this channel for over a year. I've posted over 400 videos, and I've been telling women what we want. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, and they still just don't want to listen.
Enough value to get either.
Truly nothing annoys me more than a man seeing me carry all of this equipment, walk by and say, "Got your hands full, don't you?" Shut the f.
Okay, what exactly was so annoying about this situation that it demanded that a person stop everything that they were doing and make a video about it? Was it the fact that the guy said something sarcastic in regards to how much crap a person was carrying in one load? Or was it the fact that the guy didn't stop to offer to help? Because if it's the former, do bear in mind that oftentimes it is difficult for any person not to point out when another person is doing something rather silly. And if it's the latter, well, do bear in mind as well that women have been telling men for years that they don't need their help. Equality, after all. A woman can do everything that a man can do. And a lot of women have been telling men they don't need them at all. So it's no surprise that he didn't stop to help if that was the problem. Stupid. But no matter what the issue is, it's always nice when someone can take time out of their day just to make a video about how annoyed they were at a situation.
Here's the...
I love it, dude. And she's carrying all this stuff, and she still has time to pick it up and make a video about it. Honey, go on with your day. What do? Work for the local news? Go get your 5 o'clock story that you can post up there with your little journalism degree and do your whole thing. Do your whole thing. Oh, Lord, have mercy. This is the girl from the thumbnail. See what we have here. Let's see what we have here.
Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Fuck is My Dating
Whoa, septum piercing. Dead giveaway.
Life, featuring me, your host, Amber, an absolute terror in the dating world because I seem to pick all the wrong men and it always goes horrifically wrong. Even when
she's a runner, she's a track star.
I love it when a woman tells her bop lore. Can we get some bop lores in the chat, please?
I think I'm picking the good ones. I'm definitely not. In today's episode, this is a situation that's just resurfaced itself today, and I thought I must share with TikTok because maybe you could help me understand the inner workings of the modern man. So, last year, me and this man matched on like either Tinder or Hinge. I can't remember what it was. It was summer of last year, like July time. We match, we move over to Instagram, we're chatting for a few days, it's going well, my guy blanks me. I think, okay, it is what it is. Move on with your life. I unfollow him, remove him as a follower. Done and dusted. I thought that was it. Months later, so that was in the July. In, say like the September, October, he then messages me again. Now, I'm a petty queen. I can't help it. It's in my blood. He messages me. I think, it's payback time. We start messaging a little bit. I then blank him. He never apologised and said, oh, I'm sorry for ignoring you months ago, nothing like that. He just pops up to me with some inappropriate comment on one of my Instagram posts. So I think, you know what? It's time to have some fun. So, message back and forth for a little bit. Not even like, maybe like a day. And then I blank him. I'll never hear of him again. No. To New Year's, get a message. Bearing in mind, me and this man still don't follow each other. I deleted the chat. He's gonna have to search me or go on, like scroll through his messages and obviously go through his, as he was talking to at one point and decided they weren't making the cut when he blanked him. He pops up to me again and I think, okay, fine. An eye for an eye. You blanked me, I blanked you. We're even now. And he's like,
let's just blank each other.
Shots fired!
Like, yeah, clean slate, we're even. The guy blanks me again. You know what, mate? Shots fired. You did it. You swindled me. I did it to you after you did it to me. Clearly, it's a back and forth at this point. My guy's popped up to me again today. Why? Replied again. My story on my Instagram saying something like it's illegal to look this hot. For a start off, just replied saying, have you slipped and hit your head? It's the game here, mate. Like, is this just gonna go on for as long as we're both single? We're just gonna keep messaging each other, one blanks the other, and that's that. Granted, I shouldn't have stooped down to his level the second time. I shouldn't have done it. That's why I could take it on the chin when he did it at New Year. I thought,
I'm sure you are taking that on the chin.
okay, fair enough. You just wanted payback. You thought, I blanked her, she blanked me, I want to blank her again, fine. Why are you back now, though? What now?
Here's why he's back now, because men want to keep those options. Got to keep that roster active. Got to keep your bench warmers going. You got to keep your star players. Baby girl, what this just says is you're not a starter.
Shots fired!
You're not a starter. You're not the first pick. You're not on varsity. You're JV at best. JV at best. B team at best. As a man, I've done this. But you got to keep your bench warmers feeling like they're important. Hey, what's going on? What's cracking? I know I forgot about you because I had some other starters that I had to give a little bit more attention. You know, I had to give them a little more attention, but you know, the starters have moved on. They moved on. They made it to the league. They're out of my league now. So I got to let the bench warmers know what's cracking. And baby, this is just letting you know you was just an option.
Shots fired!
You weren't the main choice. And the fact that she can't realize that is just further proof of the delusion that these women have. Baby girl, he wasn't picking you. Ain't that right, Lokes? He wasn't picking you. You were just an option. You weren't the main squez. You were simply an appetizer or a side. You weren't the entree. You weren't the steak dinner. You were the mashed taters, the asparagus, the broccoli, the corn. But you weren't the main, and you weren't the main entree. You weren't the main ingredient. You know what I mean? That poor girl. I hope she starts to realize it. But Loki, did you have a good time today? Did you, bud? I had a great time, Father. Make sure you guys go to LeviNichs.com where you can get that exclusive Ricky Sickle merch. Shout out to Ricky Sickle. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.